Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back! OCG Metagame breakdown for early November 2021. Let's take a look. It has been a while, a little over a month, but their formats, there are some changes, but yeah, a couple of big ones compared to the last breakdown I did a little over a month ago. It seems a bit pointless, right, to make these every other week. But now let's dig in. So again, first of all, huge shout out to Road of the King. The link will be in the video description and all the links, at least all the other links as well. So let's zoom in. This particular report, Decklists, a little over 130 decklists. So that's quite a lot of decklists, and they are from end of October, early November 2021. So let's take a look. This pie chart again, I think is no surprise if you have been keeping up with the breakdowns from Road of the King as well. We saw that Phantom Knights. I kind of see it as very similar to like plant links or good stuff links. It's very similar, right? As we see in one of the featured deck lists on the website, is that it's like 3 packages combined. A big toolbox of level 3 monsters for Phantom Knights, obviously, but then there is like the Brave token engine that can pump out that Omni negation once per turn, plus it's super consistent, and the third engine being a new card in the TCG as well, the Destiny Hero package, and it just blends so well. And this, like looking at the percentages, roughly 1 out of 3 is running like a Phantom Knight deck, and that tells a lot. Floowandereeze got a new card, a huge consistency boost, because let's face it, we haven't seen those in the OCG, but we know why, because of their weaknesses, but the new card gives them the necessary boost. And then a lot of older decks, Eldlich, Swordsoul, Tenyi, Ignister, and a lot of others. So the first deck list, as I've mentioned before here, let's zoom in for the first one being Phantom Knights, Destiny Hero, Brave, I guess, the big toolbox deck. Anything that's out of the ordinary, it might be, again, something that Road of the King also mentions, is that the Drawn and Logbird, it's of course very, very powerful against something like Floowandereeze. Again, kind of prevents, Robina, Eagle to search out those cards. And a Drawn and Logbird basically stops the entire deck, so that's an instant side deck card against something like Floowandereeze. We know how powerful Drawn and Log is against a lot of decks, Drytron, just to name a few. But let's not forget, is that the Drawn and Log needs to hit the graveyard, and that's why we see, well, I was about to say we see Dimension Shifter being played much more, but yeah, that's kind of correct. Dimension Shifter, it's a lot of decks are packaged are using it in a main deck, because again it hits stuff like well, graveyard oriented decks obviously, but it also hits the Phoenix Enforcer, right? So get your 3 copies of Shifter ready. But outside of that, no surprises, no big differences compared to the Phantom Knight lists from past weeks, right? Floowandereeze, that's a cool one, because again it's a new archetype that's this weekend being playable, being played in the TCG, but they kind of need this new card as well, the new quick play spell card. What is it called? Floowandereeze and the Journey of Preparations, right? A quick play spell, if I'm not mistaken, and players are main decking it at 3, obviously, right, because it's that good. Plus, it kind of gives the Floowandereeze deck the capability to dodge Veil or dodge Impermanence, and that's one of their biggest weaknesses, or maybe was one of their biggest weaknesses. And in the OCG, people are playing stuff like Triple Book of Moon to kind of make sure that you can dodge stuff like Veil and Imperm. And that's something that Road of the King also mentions, is that the big problem of Book of Moon is that, sure, you can dodge like a Veiler or Imperm, let's say if you put your Robina face down, but the problem is though, is that let's say if that face down Robina is like tributed for a tribute summon, that monster is sent to the graveyard and not banished, and that that's big if you're playing Floowandereeze. So, and as you know, that new Journey Preparations, that new card for Floowandereeze is indeed a quick play spell card and kind of works the same way as Book of Moon. So keep an eye out for Floowandereeze, and this particular deck list is also running Shifter. A lot of decks. So keep an eye. Definitely, I mean, if you don't have Shifter already, definitely try to get 3 copies as soon as possible. But that's how it is. Only one, you know, the Penguin plus Mega Raiza. We know how powerful that is in Floowandereeze. I like the Harpy Trap. I forgot. It's the big skill drain, right? Yeah, that's cool. Nifty. Eldlich. The thing is that Eldlich outside in the TCG, you know, the synchro build that was ridiculous back in 2020. We saw, or at least we see Eldlich occasionally in the OCG, but the thing is that over there it's that big trap deck, like running, what is it, 25 traps, goes and match Rivalry of Warlords, and as Road of the King also mentions, running stuff like Lava Golem and Volcanic Queen in the side deck to hit stuff like, you know, Wandering Griffin, the Griffin Rider, you know, the Omni Negation for the Brave Token Engine, plus Phoenix Enforcer in case of Lava Golem, you know, giving you the capability to tribute summon or get rid of at least 2 monsters on your opponent's side of the field. But Eldlich, I mean, it's your trap dot deck. It is what it is. Prankets, anything out of the ordinary? I don't think so. We saw the Brave Token package being splashed in Prankets for a while now, but maybe one card that, you know, I guess is kind of special now is, I guess, a Token Collector, but even then, right, Token Collector for those token decks like Swordsoul, obviously, and, you know, Tomahawk, for example. But that's how it is. Last but not least, and this one caught my attention, Swordsoul, but this is a cool one. This particular Swordsoul list ended up first place, going 6 wins, 0 losses, 2 draws, but he decided to make like one arch nemesis, Protoss. You know which one. That's the big boss worm type monster that, as you know, in Swordsoul they have like the capability to search any worm monster from the deck. You know, it depends on your field setup, but Protoss here in this case, in this deck, is searchable, and it's kind of similar like Calamities. You know, you have to call like an attribute, and then that particular attribute cannot be summoned, I believe, until the end of the opponent's turn. So against something like Phantom Knights, for example, just call Dark, and then it will work like Tribe Infecting Virus, destroying all Darks on the field. Plus, again, it blocks basically both players, you know, from summoning those darks or monsters with dark attributes until the end of next turn. That's it. So that's also cool because it also hits Phoenix Enforcer. So quite nifty. Arch Nemesis Protoss. Nice deck. And we also see the shifter here in the main deck, right? But pure Tenyi, well, no, pure Swordsoul, no Tenyi. But next to, you know, Floowandereeze, eager to see how much of an impact Swordsoul is going to have on our, you know, TCG format. So that's it. Some extra deck lists that caught my attention here. Left side we see Eldlich. Any, you know, differences? I guess this is a Brave Token Engine, the small package here for Eldlich as well. Not sure if, you know, Eldlich should, I mean, I guess you can say that for every deck. Should, you know, your deck run the Brave engine? Maybe it's one of those, you know, splashable engines that could make your deck much more powerful. And if your deck has the ability to discard cards, why not, right? And in case of Eldlich, it's kind of the case. As the deck that got 3rd place in this particular tournament was Phantom Knights, but I think this is pretty much the same list as we've seen before. 3rd place is again a deck that's, you know, kind of you know, running rampant in the TCG, but for how long? Zodiac, well, Tri-Brigade, Zodiac, Tri-Brigade, Barrage is still legal over there. But again, yeah, the Destiny Hero package, again, no surprises, and Triple Droplet plus Barrage, and of course the targets for potential cross-out Designator. But again, eager to see how much of an impact, or if people are still, you know, preferring or playing Tri-Brigade slash Zodiac here in the TCG also. And last, 4th place, which was, you know, your standard good stuff deck. Then, next tournament, and this is just a deck list that I really want to try out. Spirals in the OCG, featuring the new Dark Magician Ritual monster, which, you know, has the capability to search magicians' souls, plus, you know, recycling something from your hand, right? So that's definitely solid against or 4 in favor of something like Spirals. Again, something I definitely want to try out. But you know, in TCG format, but very cool. Sadly, no Blue Eyes and or Dark Magicians or decks currently in the OCG. And Sky Strikers as well kind of faded away. But again, something for us TCG players with the release of Phoenix Enforcer. How much of an impact is that going to have? Giving Sky Strikers a potential boost. Plus, well, we see the Brave Token package here as well. Yeah. It is what it is. Next up, we have Lyrilisk Tri-Brigade. Again, something we might see more than TCG, not sure. You know, other decks might be stronger, less vulnerable, maybe running less bricks as well. Again, it is what it is. Floowandereeze, we've seen this before. Cherries, that's a cool one. It's always one of those hand traps. Well, depends on the format, right? But Cherries is a hand trap that could definitely catch a player by surprise. And Live Twin, Evil Twin, a deck that, you know, in a TCG also got new tools, the new Link 4, which is fantastic, by the way. Reminds me of like Gladiator Beasts interactions, tagging out, pop, a draw, fantastic card, but again, kind of missing something. Same for the OCG, but not sure in the TCG, right? So definitely look forward to those deck lists from this weekend and, you know, upcoming weekends. Last, we see Invoked. Nothing too spectacular other than the Dark Magician Ritual as well here in the main deck for that one of Magician's Souls, right? That's nice, I guess. Pure Tenny, and again, reminding me that Danglong is still legal. Imagine Danglong being legal in the TCG. And last but not least, another Floowandereeze deck. So the OCG format is super diverse, but I feel for now it's strange, because some people could definitely see this as a good format with, you know, a lot of splashable engines like the Destiny Hero package, like the Brave Token package. A lot of decks are running that. It could make the format much more stale. Yeah, that's true. But on the other hand, we're seeing a lot of, you know, a lot of potential decks that could win a tournament. But I mean, Are these results enough, or could we see the same results in, let's say, like a Nationals, you know, or YCS caliber like tournament? You know, people would definitely go for the much more, or at least much more stronger deck than, you know, like toying around with like newer options. But yeah, it is what it is. So that's it. OCG format, early November, and yeah, let's take a look within the next couple of weeks if this is going to change. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.